another one, another one. DJ Khaled.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, for Golden State, they certainly didn't struggle before Steve Kerr became head coach, but since his arrival, he has this team executing one of the most beautiful offenses in the league.
It reminds me a little bit of the triangle. What I mean by that, there's constant motions and cuts in this offensive system. You know, it's much more than just a Splash Brothers shooting up threes. These guys are...
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We're live at Amway Center where the Magic... have home court advantage.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Orlando. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward spot. Fader on the way, and it's off the back rim, no good. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Now here's Curry. Green, the screen. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
Now here's Thompson. 5 to shoot. And Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The general passes to the general. Here's the general. The Magic again can't hit.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple All-Star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
And the basket good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Curry. Can't get it to go. And Orlando the other way now. And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish, Clark, to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's the general.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Yeah, you know, defense or not, good defense or not, those are shots you got to make. I mean, they're missing some easy ones.
Orlando shooting their first free throw tonight. The Warriors lead it. Green with a screen for Curry. Goes up on the wing. Green for 2 points.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. This is it to Brown. It's stolen by Green. And it's Bogut atop the key. Dishes it to Iguodala. The drive by Green. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Magic trail by 6. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yeah, earlier I spoke with Scott Skiles. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's the general. Following the basket by Draymond Green. And that one's good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Outside Curry. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Curry's got 6 points.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Brown wide open, he fires. Rebound by Iguodala.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Iguodala. There's the triple. And that one's good. Iguodala's got 6.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Here's the general. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds them accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Outside Curry. They kick it out to Green. Fires from deep. Here's Bogut. Shoots over Brown. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago. About 77% from the line.
Success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
with the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Ilyasova out there with the general. Then there's the general. Then there's Jennings. And it's the general in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Stephen Curry is clearly one of them.
Well, the plus-minus for the Warriors with him on and off the court validates that. It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
Green kicks to Barnes. Thompson outside. From outside the arc. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Magic shooting 43% from the floor. Here's the general. And Orlando again with the bucket.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
The screen from Thompson. Here's the screen. Green dishes to Ezeli. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Now the pass to the general. To the left wing. There's the 3. And Brandon Jennings with the 3.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Outside Curry. Inside, off the screen. The offensive rebound. Green, count the bucket.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for the general. Ilyasova, screen on Barnes. The general passes to Ilyasova, and it's Orlando with another.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
The dish to Barnes. Teardrop shot, and he lays it up and in.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Jennings can't get it to go. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jim. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Curry kicks to Ezeli. Thompson outside. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
And thank you, Doris.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Good on both.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Livingston, that's good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. They stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson outside. The three. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Warriors leading by 6. Here is Livingston. Thompson outside from the arc. Again, the miss by Thompson. Lasagna. And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead.
Thank you, Kevin. On.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have the 6-point lead. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. The Warriors leading. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Here's Curry. Thompson in the corner. Shoots. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Well, Orlando shooting at 50% in a decent groove. The general passes to Brown. No good. Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 6. Iguodala right side. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second night.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. He had a nice open look right there. That's 7 points for the General.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And the Magic making a change here. Jennings is checked in, and Golden State also making a change. Barnes is checked in for Green. Here's the general. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Warriors leading by 9. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. And starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Curry kicks to Thompson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
It's Jennings with the drive. Cannot hit.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Curry. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
And Curry pulls it down.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Hezonja is checked in for Orlando.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Brown dishes to Jennings. Here's Hezonja. That one rolling around and rims out.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. The win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Brandon Jennings.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Curry passes to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's the general. 8 points for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressor.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good crisp passes.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Brown. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Kicks to Sloan. They set the pick. He dishes it to Ilyasova. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Ilyasova's got a second bucket tonight.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Here's Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Pulls up. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate.
Here's Azania. He's covered by Iguodala, and that one's good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Curry kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 9 points for Barnes. Here's the general. Good if it goes. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials... And the final period of play just about to start. Here's the general. They've got the general. The general is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's the general in at the three, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Curry kicks to Green. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The general passes to Sloan. Here's the general, guarded by Green. A three ball. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. He feeds it to Curry. Pass to Bogut. On the wing, Thompson. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Orlando making some changes. Brown comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Watson in for Donald Sloan. They set the screen. Here's the general. Here's the general. Knocks down the three ball. The general's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Magic. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 9 points for the general.
Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot. And made it work.
Yeah, and those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir.
And they do, and guys, that's the last line of your defense there. Everything else was good, but you have to finish it off with possession.
Good.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise. And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. Also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Watson, the pass to the general. And Thompson sends it back. Now Curry. Thompson outside from downtown. Again, the miss by Thompson. And our old partner, Steve Kerr, also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars. And Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff. And Steve has that.
Excellent point.
They've struggled against him in this one. Just no answer for Green. He's got 10 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
The general, he's checked in for C.J. Watson.
And even with one miss, he's still able to stretch that to a two-possession game. That is huge for them right now.
Warriors leading by 3. Thompson, left side. Pass to Bogut. Thompson outside. Buries it from three-point range. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Throws it up high.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be. Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. .157 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
They set the pick. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Outside, Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 13 points for Draymond Green. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
.136 left in the fourth quarter. Here's the general. Barnes grabs the miss.
Boy, blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Deflects the pass. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's the general. And right through it goes. The general's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really opportunistic basketball there. And when they desperately needed timely, opportunistic basketball.
And it really couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, they've got to take even more chances on defense now. Try to get some more of those steals to start the break.
It's been a nice game for Barnes. 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Brown. Shot is no good. And Golden State will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. He kicks it to Bogut to the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Barnes dishes to Bogut. Uses both hands to slam it down.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Barnes can't get it to go. To the inside. Passes to the general. Lets it go from deep. The Warriors pull it in. So we see the Warriors get the win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Yep.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Klay Thompson, the son of former first overall pick Michael Thompson, I mean, when he gets hot, he can take over games.
Hey, you know what? This guy, didn't he have 37 in one quarter last year? How incredible is that to get 37 in a quarter?
Not only that, Kenny also had 26 in a quarter later.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Magic in this one. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark.
It's time to get away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Let's talk about Klay Thompson, one of the best wings in the NBA, might be the most complete shooting guard in the league. Most complete? What do you think?
I would have to say most complete. And, you know, what I really like about his game, especially playing next to Steph Curry, you know, when you play with a guy that has a little bit more, you tend to steal a little bit what they're doing. So, you know, his ball handling is definitely getting better. He can help with the playmaking duties. But what I love about this guy, he can score in a variety of ways.
His defense could be stifling at times, too. I mean,
he's a great
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pop, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. 0 to 100 real quick, real quick, real quick.
We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. It's the Orlando Magic facing the Golden State Warriors, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Tip-off goes to Orlando. A look at the starting group for the Magic. The general is out there with the general. Then there's the general. Then there's Brown. And it's the general in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's the general. Pass to the general. Over in the corner, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the general. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. And you look at Andre Iguodala, maybe the premier perimeter defender in the NBA, is Glenn Clark of length and strength is hard to match.
Yeah, he does a terrific job. Versatile at the defensive end. He's had some injuries and his scoring numbers have dropped. But you look at his defensive impact, second to none.
There's the bucket, good. The General's got the opening basket of the game for Orlando.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
Not turning the ball over is important for any team, obviously. But he said it takes on extra meaning when going up against a team with so many small ball hawks, who will seize any opportunity to come up with a steal and turn it into easy points on the other end of the floor. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, I mean, up against this team, finding ways to crack their defensive shell is always going to be the #1 challenge.
And I would say it would be the #2 and #3 challenges as well, guys. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And Curry, here we go. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Curry's got his first points of the night. Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. There's the screen. Pass to the general. Jumper off the screen. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Iguodala outside. Fires for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And the pass to the general. To the inside. Good ball movement here by the Magic. That is good. The general's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the Magic.
Outside Curry. Thompson in the corner. It's deflected. Here's the general. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Great D. He picked it off and took it all the way for the solo finish.
The Magic shooting their first free throw tonight.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and break both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Taken away. Down low, it's deflected. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson outside. On the wing, Iguodala. Shot from the wing. And that one goes long.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Here's the general, guarded by Curry. Dishes it to Brown. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. Well, the Orlando Magic had a rough season last year. They managed to still be, though, competitive on the road.
You know, they really had one of those years where they just seemed to play better on the road. Maybe more comfortable, not as much pressure. Almost half of their wins on the year came out of town.
Barnes, he's checked in for Green.
And part of why Orlando held things together on the road was they could get hot from the floor. Ended up in the top 10 in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Barnes can't get it to go. Magic leading by 5. The general passes to the general. Passes it to the general. Off the pick. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The general's got 5 now.
And, you know, for the Magic, they still only had 12 road wins last year. Given the youth of this team, that's definitely something that can be built on.
Now here's Thompson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And it's blocked by Brown. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Here's Thompson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Magic foul. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. Warriors trail by 6. Outside Curry. Screen by Bogut. Curry attacking to the middle. Out to Thompson. For the 3. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The general passes to the general. Here's the general. 5 points in the game. Power down with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lane with the dunk like that.
Now here's Curry. It's a 5-point game. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Magic leading by 5. Brown outside. Pass to the general. Here's the general. Fires top of the key. Second shot opportunity. And it's Brown missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Thompson misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
There's the pass to the general. Goes up the baseline. The shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Outside Curry. Pass to Bogut. Deflects the pass. And now Orlando on the break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Passes it to the general. Here's the general. Here's the general. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Iguodala. Outside Curry. Back to Iguodala. Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Brown's got the ball. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Now here's Iguodala. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Pass to the general. Here's the 3. is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. Iguodala right side.
That's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. We'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Orlando.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Orlando making a change here. Hazanya's checked in. There's the pass to the general. Here's Brown. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Warriors trail by 8. Left side Curry. It's blocked. Here's the general. He's covered by Thompson. And it's sent back by Bogut. Barnes kicks to Curry. Feeds to Bogut. Now the dish to Iguodala. Outside Curry. They shoot again. And taken away by Brown. One-on-one here. Here's the general. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. The general's got 6.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Barnes dishes to Bogut. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Thompson passes to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points for Steph Curry.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Here's the general. He's got 7. Pass to the general. From the stripe. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 8.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Barnes can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 10. The general passes to Hazanya, and here's Brown outside. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Back to Curry. 1:46 left in the first. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Curry's got 8. Orlando's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Fades away. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Here's Hazanya. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's the general to the middle. Here's the general. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Warriors trail by 10. Curry dishes to Barnes. Fades away. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And that one's good. And now it's a 12-point Magic lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. A one near Iguodala as he lets it go. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Orlando leading by 10. Here's Azania from 12 feet out. And it's Brown missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Barnes can't get it to go. Here's the general. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And as the first quarter wraps up, already at... Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. The general is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's the general, then there's Jennings, and it's the general in at the 5 spot. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And the wide open shot from Green. And the 3-ball is good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's the general. Pass to the general. Here's the 3. Iman Green with the rebound.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Magic leading by 7. And there's the pass to the general. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. The general's got 5 points so far.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
The general, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. For Orlando, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Here is Livingston. Thompson outside. He dishes it to Ezeli. Livingston kicks to Spates. And it's Golden State with another.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Livingston passes to Ezeli. Barnes dishes to Livingston. Thompson outside, kicks it to Spates, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Here's the general. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket. Warriors trail by 8. Here is Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Spates with the basket on the assist by Livingston.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now here's Jennings. Passes it to the general. Jacks up a three. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here is Livingston. There's the pick. To the paint. Jennings with the steal. Pass to the general. Lets it go with the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from three and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
Barnes can't get it to go.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And there's the pass to the general. And stolen by Spates. Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Barnes. It's tipped.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Here's the general. He's covered by Thompson. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10. Warriors trail by 6. Azili kicks to Livingston. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Thompson with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Here's Barnes. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. No good.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's the general. He's got 11. There's the pick. It's back to Jennings. Shot clock at 5. Tries to snap the cold streak, and that one's good. Jennings has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for the general. The Warriors have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And Thompson kicks to Azili. Back to Thompson. Spates sets a screen. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Magic leading by 7. Jennings with the ball. Now the feed to Ilyasova. Here's the general. He's covered by Thompson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Warriors have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Barnes passes to Thompson. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Jennings. Azili dishes to Spates. 4 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Pass to Ilyasova to the wing right side. Jennings drives in. Passes to the general. Offline with his 3. Warriors trail by 7. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Spates kicks to Thompson. Spates sets a screen for Thompson. He feeds it to Spates. Got a piece of it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Jennings. Livingston, no luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Down low, here's Jennings, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Hey guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks. Keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the back, no look, and off the backboard passes few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
And Jennings drops them both.
You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's the general, 11 points in the game. Left side, Jennings. Shoots from 14, and it's Spates with the rebound. Warriors trail by 7. Livingston passes to Bogut. Spates sets a screen. Livingston dishes to Thompson. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. Brown the pass to the general. Jennings kicks to Brown. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Nicholson's shot is off. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Dishes it to Livingston. Spates kicks to Livingston, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Some changes for Golden State. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Hezonja, he's checked in for Orlando. The general comes in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Hezonja. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Over in the corner, Brown. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Warriors trail by 7. The dish to Bogut. Nicholson grabs the board. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. Just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
The Warriors shooting 47% in the second quarter. The screen from Thompson. Curry dishes to Thompson. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Pulls it up. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Magic leading by 9. Feeds it to Brown. To the paint. Here's Hezonja. Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
That's good from Hezonja.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A minute 42 left in the first half of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Screen by Bogut. Thompson from long range. That's no basket. His third miss in 8 tries.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Warriors trail by 13.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
6 to shoot. Bogut sets a screen for Iguodala. And it comes off the rim with a high bounce. Magic leading by 13. Brown the pass to the general. Rebound Bogut. Bogut's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
Here's the general. Money from the wing. The general's got 9 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Ball stolen. From 17 feet out. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Magic as they end the second quarter on a 15-6 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They lead by 15. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
It's been a solid outing for Curry. He's got 13 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And the shot is good.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
And that's right, Clark. 6 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
Back to Green. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
It's stolen by Bogut. Outside Curry. Thompson outside. Green, the screen. No good off the front iron.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one.
The Magic have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
It's Curry with the drive. Outside Green. Shot clock at 5. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Here's the general. He's got 12. Pass to the general. From 18 feet away, Brown, good. Brown's got 8. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Warriors trail by 17.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Down low, 6 on the shot clock, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. There's the pass to the General. Here's the General. Kept alive Orlando. Brown, good. Brown's got 10.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now here's Bogut. Green, the screen. They double-team Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Such a wide-open look. And that's 11 points for Andre Iguodala. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Curry's got 20.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Green with the rebound.
That was almost a highlight reel play, but they couldn't quite sync up.
Now here's Iguodala. 11 points in the game. Curry kicks to Green. Iguodala outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
Here's the General. 12 points for him. Here's the General. And yet, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The General's got 14 points for the game. Warriors trail by 12. Curry kicks to Green. Had the space there, but it's offline. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Wasted no time on that one. 16 points for the General.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Green with a screen for Curry. To the inside. And there's Green on the assist by Curry. 6 points for Draymond Green.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
The General passes to Brown. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Curry kicks to Green. He dishes it to Thompson. It's intercepted. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry.
What a game we've seen here for Brown. He has 9 rebounds and 2 steals as well. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
Some changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. The Magic also changing it up. Watson comes in for the General, and it's Jennings in for the General. And Brown drops them both.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Barnes. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Brown. And the shot is good.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Warriors trail by 16.
Timeout.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
I tell you what, Harrison...
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Curry outside. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And it's now 23 points for Steph Curry. Down low. Magic moving the ball around. Kicks to Ilyasova. Here's the General. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
They just haven't been able to find an answer for the General. He has 11 points and 7 assists. He's showing us those quick hands today, both when he has the ball and when he doesn't.
Clark, you love the fact that he's a terrific distributor, but also, how about those defensive instincts? That's also been excellent today.
Warriors trail by 15. Releases from 15. Great D that time from Jennings. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to the General. Stolen. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Jennings. The drive by Green, and another basket for Golden State.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Magic leading by 13. Here's the General. He's got 13. He kicks to Watson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Golden State's gotten all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. To the middle. Oh, and here we go. Watson, nobody back. That's good. Watson's got his first 2 points of the night. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well. You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Warriors trail by 15. Curry dishes to Green. Shoots from the elbow. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Curry kicks to Green. Three-pointer. Good. Green's got 10 points in just the second half.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And they're
It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically, 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out, watch out.
Ilyasova, a screen on Curry. Pass to the general. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. The general's got 19 points.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward.
The feed to Ezeli. Now here's Barnes. He's at it closely.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
Donald Sloan's checked in for the Magic.
One shot.
And a footnote to Ezeli, one of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization, and I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports.
Warriors trail by 12. Barnes passes to Green. There's a screen. He feeds it to Livingston. Six on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Barnes. Orlando grabs the miss. The General's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's the General. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Over to the left wing. Jennings drives in. Here's Sloan, and it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
3 points.
Ilyasova's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. This Warriors squad struggling. Curry dishes to Green. Curry against Jennings. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
The General passes to Ilyasova. Jennings against Curry. Jennings dishes to Ilyasova. It's deflected. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got 11 points in the quarter.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
The Magic leading by 13. Here's the General. 19 points in the game. It's stolen by Green. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got the General. The General is out there with Brown. And there's the General. And it's Nicholson in at the 5.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
That's good.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
They double-team Curry. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Thompson against Brown. The General passes to Nicholson. And Thompson sends it back. Now the Warriors moving it up. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Cuts off the pass. Pass break. Here come the Magic. Here's the General. No good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. But they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Here's the General. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
What a performance. Just look at the game for the General, 16 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Curry kicks to Green. Green, the screen. Thompson outside. Leaner from distance. They grab their own miss. Tries to keep it alive. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Left side Curry. Another shot. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his 5th personal foul. At the line for Warriors, Brown. At the line for 2.
Free throw good from Brown. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Curry kicks to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bogut. It's hauled in by the Magic. The General's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And the shot is good. And that's 21 points for the General.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Now Curry. And here's Bogut. Pass to Green. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
The General, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Warriors trail by 17. Outside Curry. They double-team Curry. Bogut dishes to Iguodala. Bogut with a screen on Brown. From deep, Iguodala. And it's Orlando with the rebound. The General's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And that one's good. 16 points for Klay Thompson.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's the General. He's covered by Thompson. Here's the General. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And that's now 28 points for Steph Curry. Orlando leading by 12. Out to the right wing. Now the pass to the General. They get it again. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Off the left rim and out. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. They get it back. Green with the block. Outside Curry. All sorts of time, and that one's good. Curry's got 17 points here in the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
This is to Nicholson. Fader on the way, and it's sent back by Bogut. Now the Warriors moving it up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
The General is checked in for Nicholson. Here's the General. Out to the right wing. The General passes to Brown. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Brown's got 4 this quarter.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Screen by Bogut. Thompson from long range. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's the General. Passes it to the General. Here's the General. He's covered by Thompson. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Clock at 6. The General passes to the General. The shot will not go. Great tee that time from Curry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut, when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Here's the General, guarded by Curry. Pass to the General. The Magic again can't hit. Warriors trail by 3. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
The general passes to Brown. And it's sent back by Bogut. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Thompson misses. And here's the fast break. Here's the general. Drains it from 9 feet away. The general's got 6 in the quarter.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Thompson outside. Green, the screen. Thompson is double. Outside Curry. Shot on the wing, and it's Golden State with another.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
The general passes to the general. The pass to the general. Green with the block, but he gets it back. Orlando moving the ball. Left side, Brown. Now here's Curry to the left wing. They set the screen. Screen by Bogut. The fadeaway. Thompson misses. Orlando leading. Passes it to the general. The dish now to Brown. Here's the general. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 23 points for the general.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And Curry, here we go. Ripped away. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's the general. Green with the block. Curry dishes to Thompson. Screen by Bogut. Open shot. Thompson makes good on the step-back jumper. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Nice job coming off that screen. 23 points for the general.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Pass to the general. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Curry kicks to Green. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines and have him get that good a look.
And the pass to the general. Iguodala with the steal. Feeds it to Curry. Back to Iguodala to take the lead. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
Here's the general, guarded by Curry. Pass to the general. Here's the general, 13 feet away. And Thompson sends it back. He dishes it to Iguodala. Outside Curry. Kicks it to Green. From outside the arc. Kept alive. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Free throws don't get much bigger than that, but he made it look easy to put him in front.
The general passes to the general. Down low. It's good.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Thompson outside. The 10-footer. Money!
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. .30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Some nice passing by Golden State here. The feed to Green. He kicks it to Bogut.
You know, they got a foul to give here if they need it.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the general. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Derek? You know, a few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Here's the general. Oh, he had a chance there to...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. When they needed a leader to get them back in the game in the final quarter, he was the one they were all following, and he knew exactly the route back and the road to victory.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took